we have seen the demand is more during the 17th and 18th hour of the day, right? Now we will move to our next question. So what is our next question here? Does season has any effect on demand of bike rentals, right? So here what we need to do is we need to check the count of your bike rentals during each season. So here let's say we have this our data and we have this season, right? So we have the season. Let's say what is the unique values in our season. So we will just write value counts and we'll get the counts as well with the unique values, right? So here we have 4 unique values for season and we have seen that. If you want to see what are those values, what does X1 represent, what does 2 represent, here you have 1 for spring, 2 for summer, 3 for fall, 4 for winter. So we want to see during which season the demand is more, right? So here we'll just write data. We want to write data and we want to plot. Sorry, not data. We need to plot this bar chart again. So here we'll just write SNS dot bar plot. SNS dot bar plot x equals to, so on x-axis we want the season, right? And on y-axis, so our y-axis is going to be your count, that is the total count of your, so y equals to count, we have y equals to count, and our data, comma, data equals to the data, right? So we have stored our data in this variable data and this write PLT dot so. So here we will get on x-axis the different season 1, 2, 3, 4, your summer, winter, fall and all that, right? And on y-axis we will get the total count. Okay, so let's run it. So here we have this season on our x-axis and the count on our y-axis. So here if you see on 3 and 2 and 3, so here what is our 2 and 3? Let's check that. So here we have 2 for summer and 3 for fall, right? So in summer and in fall the demand is more high and it is low in your, so what is 0 here? What is 1 here? So 1 is for your spring. So during springtime, the demand of bike is less, right? Why? Maybe because of your rainy season, right? Because of your rain and all that. So we can analyze that as well. So here you have this graph. So here what we are doing, let's add the title, PLT dot title. So here demand during each season. So here we can see the demand is more during your second and third season and the demand is less during our spring season, right? So here let's run it. Alright, now let's move to our next question. So what is our next question here? So we want to find out, is there any relationship between the temperature and the demand? So here we need to plot a scatter plot, right? We need to draw a scatter plot here. So we'll just write PLT dot scatter, PLT dot scatter, and here on x-axis we want the temperature. So temp, on y-axis, so y equals to, it is going to be our count, right? Comma, data equals to, it is going to be our data, correct? So this is our scatter plot to find the relationship between temperature and count. And here we will add this PLT dot x label. So it is going to be already labeled. We just need to PLT dot so and run this. Alright. So here, if you see, this is your, let's increase the size of this graph because we are not able to visualize it more clearly, right? So just increase this size. Or what we can do, we can use your SNS dot scatter plot. So we were using matplotlib, we can use SNS dot scatter plot. Okay, so this is our scatter plot now. And let's just increase this size. So PLT dot figure and figure fit size equals to your, let's say, 8, 5. That's right. Okay, so here if you see, we are not able to find any such relationship, right? So here the temperature is increasing, but the demand is not. You cannot say that there is a relation. There is some relationship, but it is not evident, right? You cannot say that with increase in temperature or the decrease in temperature, the demand is going to increase or decrease, right? But here if you see on the lower end, here when the temperature is low, the demand is mostly low, right? When the temperature is low, the demand here is mostly low, right? But as the temperature is between your 10 to 30 or 35, let's say, the temperature is not going to affect your bike rental count, right? Now here we'll add another variable. So here we'll just write comma hue equals to, okay, this is just like adding your size or color. Hue equals to, we want to add the season, okay. So we want to check in each season, is there any effect of temperature and your to bike sharing. So here this is for 4, right? Season 4, this is for your season 1. So in season 1, if you see, all of these values are from season 1. What is our season 1? It is your spring season, right? We have spring, that means more rain, the temperature is going to be less, and people are not going to come out of their homes. So your demand is going to be low in this season, right? Then you have this 2. So on 2, it is mostly on higher side. Maybe it is your summertime, right? So here the temperature does not affect it is not affecting that much, right? So we cannot say that the temperature is going to affect your. So here in your, if you see, if you just consider this first season, right? So here this is season 1, that is spring, right? As the temperature is increasing, the demand is also increasing. So there is somewhat relationship, but it is not evident, right? So next, we'll move to our next question now. So what is our next question here? Okay. Now we want to check out, is there any relation between the weather condition and the demand? So here we have this weather condition, right? Which is weather. Okay. So we'll just go down, and here we have this weather condition. So here we'll just write data and weather condition, right? Weather and dot value count, just to have a look at our data. Dot value counts. Let's run it. So here we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 kind of weather, right? So here, what do we want to do is, we want to see in each weather condition, is the demand, in which weather condition the demand is high, in which condition the demand is low. So here again, we'll just write SNS dot bar plot, SNS dot bar plot, and here we'll just give x equals to your weather, x equals to weather, and our y is going to be count. So y equals to count, comma, data equals to data, and here we will write PLT dot so, and let's run. Okay, so here you have this more demand of the bikes in the weather condition 1, right? When there is no rain, the weather is partially cloudy, right? Then it is 2. Then in 3, it is more like your thunderstorm and all that. So the demand is very less. So demand is less, right? So here if you go and check your, what do you have in your weather? So this 3 represent, so where is this 3? Here, light snow, light rain, thunderstorm, so that the demand is low. Okay, then it is 4. So in 4, you have heavy rain, ice pellets, thunderstorm, mist, snow. But still, the demand is more than the third weather type, right? Still, in 4, the demand is more than your third weather type, right? But here you don't have any confidence. We'll see what is confidence interval. Here, sorry, we are not going to see that because this is not your statistics part. So here we are just going to analyze this data. Okay, next.
I hope you have enjoyed watching it. If you have liked our content, please do hit like button and do subscribe to our YouTube channel for more useful content and exciting updates. If you want to learn such practical content at an affordable cost with Microsoft certification and instructor support, please register at academy.codegnan.com. You can also download app from Play Store as Codegnan. Never hesitate to raise queries in the comment section, and please do reply with your suggestions for more practical videos. We'll be happy to come up with it. Thank you.